Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the 50-yard line. Tonight, the Chardon High School Athletic Department is pleased to welcome 4 new inductees to the CHS Athletic Hall of Fame. We will be moving left to right. Our first Hall of Fame inductee is John Taylor, CHS Class of 73. John Taylor is one of the most decorated wrestlers in the history of Chardon High School, a 2-time Ohio High School Athletic Association state placer who finished his high school career with a 79-13-1 record. John was state runner-up at 112 pounds in 1971 and finished 4th in the state in 1973. He earned CHS Most Valuable Wrestler awards in 1971 and 1972 and was a 2-time team captain. John's wrestling career following his graduation from Chardon was even more impressive. During his 20 years of service to our country in the United States Navy, John was a 7-time All-Navy wrestling champion, earned 2 Navy Commendation Medals, 2 Navy Achievement Medals, and 2 Meritorious Unit Commendations. He was selected to train for the 1980 Olympic team in Colorado Springs, the year the U.S. boycotted the Moscow Olympic Games. Between the years of 2010 and 2015, John competed in the Masters World Championships as a member of Team USA, finishing 7th in Switzerland and earning bronze medals in freestyle at 138 pounds in Albania and bronze at 127 pounds in Greece. John and his wife Margaret currently live in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Please welcome John Taylor to the CHS Athletic Hall of Fame. Our second inductee is Coach Mike Combs, CHS Class of 73. Following his graduation from Chardon High School in 1973 and a stellar high school athletic career, Mike Combs returned to CHS in 1979 to begin a 35-year career as a teacher and Hilltopper coach. Mike coached boys soccer and track and field in the 1980s and 1990s before becoming the Chardon head girls cross-country coach in 1998. Throughout his distinguished coaching career, he coached numerous OHSAA state qualifiers and led Hilltopper cross-country and track athletes to 20 OHSAA state meets. His teams earned numerous conference championships, which included 4 consecutive Premier Athletic Conference cross-country championships from 2009 to 2012. Over the years, Chardon has earned a statewide reputation for having an elite running program. Mike Combs has been part of that program, first as an athlete, then as a coach, and for nearly 40 years, and has been a main contributor to the success of Hilltopper runners for a generation. Mike and his wife Stacy currently live in Middlefield. Please welcome Mike Combs to the CHS Athletic Hall of Fame. Our third inductee is Aaron Dorkson, CHS Class of 89. A 3-sport varsity letter winner between the years of 1987 and 1989, Aaron Dorkson was a Hilltopper athlete in football, cross-country, basketball, and baseball. Aaron was a junior backup quarterback on the first Chardon football playoff team in 1987 and went on to cross-country success as a senior first-year runner. In his 1988 cross-country season, he earned All-Geauga County and First Team CVC was team MVP on the CVC Boys Cross Country Championship team and qualified for the OHSAA AAA regional meet. Aaron achieved his greatest success as a Hilltopper in baseball, where he was a 3-year starting center fielder and a leadoff hitter. He led the team in batting average as a sophomore, hitting .425, and batted .391 as a senior to earn all Geauga County and first-team CVC honors. Hilltopper head baseball coach Jerry Rhodes referred to Aaron as the best outfielder I've seen anywhere. Aaron began his career as a sports writer for the Ashtabula Star-Beacon and the News-Herald before moving to Worcester, Ohio in 1997. He was named Ohio AP Sports Writer of the Year for mid-sized papers in 2006 and Ohio Prep Sports Writer Association Sports Writer of the Year in 2012. Aaron, his wife Angela, and their son Arch currently live in Worcester. Please welcome Aaron Dorkson to the CHS Athletic Hall of Fame. Our final inductee is Katie Collins, CHS Class of 2010. A two-sport Chardon athlete, Katie Collins earned 3 varsity letters in volleyball and 4 on the Hilltopper girls basketball team, where she was a 4-year starter. Katie earned Premier Athletic First Team All-Conference honors during her sophomore, junior, and senior basketball seasons. Over her 4-year basketball career, she averaged 6 rebounds, 4 steals, 15.2 points per game, and finished her Hilltopper career with 1,173 points. Katie was a News-Herald first-team selection for the 2009-10 season and was also named Northeast Ohio District First Team and All-Ohio Division I Special Mention. Katie received a basketball scholarship to Edinburgh University, where she played for 4 years. During her tenure at Edinburgh, she played in more than 70 games, and the Scots advanced to the NCAA Division II National Tournament all 4 years, with a Sweet 16 and Elite 8 appearance. Katie led the Edinburgh women's basketball program in GPA all 4 years of her college career, and she graduated with a 3.8 GPA in nursing. Katie is currently an ER nurse and lives in Cleveland with her husband Jake and son Barron, and she has a daughter on the way. Please welcome Katie Collins to the CHF Athletics Hall of Fame. Let's hear it one last time for all of our 4 new CHS Hall of Famers.
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we'd like to take a few minutes and recognize all of our senior band members. Many of these students have been in band since 5th grade and been in marching band for 4 years. Our first senior is Anthony Bione, trombone player. He is being escorted by his parents, Phil and Lynn Bione. He's undecided for college right now, but his favorite memory is marching at Disney his freshman year. Our next senior is Katie Bartolovich, also a member of our trombone section. She's being escorted by her parents, Keith and Wendy Bartolovich. Next year, she plans to be a veterinary assistant and work with animals. Her favorite band memory is the band trip to Disney World. Our next senior is Ethan DeBevick, escorted tonight by his parents, Amy and Jeremy DeBevick. Ethan plans to attend Bowling Green State University and major in cybersecurity. His favorite memories are the muddy band practices and football games. Our next senior is Seth Johnston, escorted by his parents, Jenny and Joe Johnston. Seth plans to do ASU online through Starbucks. His favorite band memory is when people fell during Wipeout at the Rainy game. Our next senior is Ian Laxganger, a member of our trumpet section. Ian is escorted by his parents, Bernie Laxganger and Jennifer Ramsey. He plans to go into a trade school and is currently interested in welding. Ian's favorite band memory is carrying Tristan around the band room on a chair like a king. Our next senior is Haley McCummins, a member of our drumline on bells. She is being escorted by her parents, Stacy and Matt McCummins, and siblings Tyler and Ainsley. Haley plans to attend Coastal Carolina University to study marine biology. Her favorite band memory is late-night muddy Thursday practices and snowball fights on the football field before playoff games. Our next senior is Meadow McDonald, escorted by her parents, Karen and Nate McDonald. Meadow is a member of our drumline section and plans to attend Westminster College. Her favorite memories are also snowball fights before games and practices. Our next senior is Rose McGreevy, escorted tonight down the 50 by her parents, Michelle and Michael McGreevy. Rose is a member of our drumline on cymbals, and she plans to attend John Carroll to major in English. Her favorite memories are late night practices at the band field, wearing PJs, and having snowball fights in winter. Our next senior is Jack Perry, escorted by his parents, Alan and Heidi Perry. Jack is a member of our clarinet section and plans to attend Cedarville College for mechanical engineering. His favorite memory is winning the football state championship his freshman year. Our only Topperette senior this year is Amanda Akbar, escorted by her parents, Douglas and Lisa Akbar. Amanda wishes to take a gap year and then maybe attend a school. Her favorite band memory are the 50 witch toys in the band room that would randomly go off and laugh at you. That was not my favorite band memory. Our next senior is Trevor Waskovich, escorted this evening by his parents, Gary and Robin, as well as Tyler Waskovich and Amanda Bunker. Trevor plans to explore different work options with the ESCWR, and his favorite memory is marching down the Alcan before football games. Our next senior is Neil Wick, a member of our trombone section, escorted by Amy Wick and Rob Wick. Neil plans to attend a community college or enter the Air Force. His favorite memory is October 2nd, 2023. Last but not least, our final senior, a member of our saxophone section this year, is Benjamin Wise, escorted by his parents, Jonathan and Nicole Wise. Ben plans to go to college for mechanical engineering. His favorite memory is August 2nd, 2023. Audience, we have a very talented, very dedicated senior class. They have made it through COVID and band, and they are our leaders this year. Please give our senior class of 2025 a big round of applause.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and introducing the 2024 Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. The band is being led onto the field by drum major Jared Pike. Tonight, the band is dedicating their pregame performance to all of our supportive marching band parents who will be invited onto the field for the national anthem and the alma mater. All right, Hilltoppers, here we go. Put your hands together for the Buckeye Battle Cry. All right, Hilltoppers, time to shout hey as the band plays the Hey song.
Yeah, I don't know how. I could Oh, that's a good angle there.
Marching band parents, please enter the field and stand next to your band member.
Okay. Okay.
Sis! Angelina!
I thought I could.
Tonight, we would like to recognize all of our dedicated marching band parents, from purchasing instruments and supplies, transportation to and from practices, and especially for your encouragement and support of the marching band program. We thank you. Let's have a big round of applause for all of our marching band parents. Now, would you please stand if you are able, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor our country with the national anthem and remain standing for the Chardon High School alma mater.
It is week number 7 of the high school football season, and tonight, the Rebels of Willoughby made the, let's say, 25-minute trek south to the heart of Geauga County to take on your Chardon Hilltoppers. How you doing, everyone? Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke with you as we get you set for this one. Ryan, the big question tonight on a lot of people's minds, which Hilltoppers team are we going to be seeing tonight? Is it the team that came out and dominated in the first 2 games of the season, or is it the team that, for lack of a better term, that just got whooped the last 2 weeks with little energy?
Yeah, it's the tale of 2 seasons right now, Matt, the season before the bye week and the season after the bye week. And since that bye week, the Toppers 0-2, and there's no mystery around it. It's been a struggle, especially on the offensive side of the football, to get anything going. Last week, just the 3 points on the board, their lowest point output in a game offensively since the 2015 season. So it had been a decade since the Chardon offense had struggled so much, and they didn't even get a touchdown on the board a week ago at Kenston.
It was a rough game against their Geauga County rival tonight. Another Western Reserve Conference team as we've hit that portion of the schedule, and Willoughby South and the Rebels. Their record a little bit they're better than their 2-4 record, I'll put it that way, folks.
So, I was just going to say, this is a better South team than we've seen in recent years, so the Hilltoppers are going to have to be ready for a challenge, especially from the Rebels offensively this year.
Folks, with that, we're going to pause, take a timeout.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, the original Burr Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, the Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, Roniak Paving, Remax Traditions, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, the Chardon Athletic Boosters. Chardon Hilltopper Football is also brought to you by GTV.
And here come your Hilltoppers. Welcome back, everyone. Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke here with you on GTV. And Ryan, Hilltoppers have a lot on the line tonight. This is, in the grand scheme of things, a big game because right now, when you start to look at the larger picture, you need wins and you need points.
Yeah, and the reality of the situation is, the Rebels are a 2-4 team, but they're a team that's going to get some wins coming down the stretch here after this week that could really help buoy you, whereas some of the teams on the upcoming schedule, you look at Mayfield, you look at North, probably not going to get a lot of points from those wins. So this is a big game for the Hilltoppers as they're sitting 9th in the region right now. So, in the old proverbial, broadcast talk thing, if the playoffs started tonight, the Toppers have a road game. So they need to get some wins, get some points in there to try to get a home game as we head into the playoffs this year.
Absolutely. A lot of stuff will be changing as these next few weeks go by. But this is going to be a good test. We saw Chardon last week struggle against Kenston with their passing game. And it was this Chardon defense, Ryan, really didn't get tested much during the first half of their schedule in terms of the passing game. Again, I'm going to put that Bishop-Watterson game aside, if you will, because Watterson is playing at such a different level than I think even most Division I teams in the state of Ohio right now. But they've learned and will now see against a South team that historically has been able to put up some passing yards. However, it's worth noting last week in a 35-28 loss to Riverside, a game that they really led for most of that contest, the Rebels rediscovered their running game.
Yeah, no, they had a great week on the ground last week, and they've got a lot of talented players on that offensive side of the ball. This is going back to when the Rebels were real good about 10 years ago, right? They're going to come out with the ability to move the football and score some points. Their problem, as was the case back then, has been on the defensive side of the football. They just can't get those stops. So it'll be interesting to see what we have tonight. Hilltopper defense looking to stop what has been a high-flying, and last week really pounding it on the ground offense, and then this Hilltopper offense trying to look to get going again against a defense that's given up some points this year.
Absolutely. South in their last 2 games, 28 last week against Riverside, and then 32 against Lorraine in their second win of the season. They did put up 28 against former Western Reserve Conference foe Brush in week number 3. So keep that in mind. They've played some decent competition. Shaker Heights, Madison, that was a close game too, a 17-14 loss for South. So realistically, South, if a couple things had gone their way, they'd be sitting 4-2 right now.
Yeah, if you really look at South's schedule, the only game that really got away for them was the Lake Catholic game, and there's no shame in that one.
Lake Catholic's been doing that to a lot of teams.
Yeah, otherwise, they were in every one of their other games this year.
Sostrich with the kickoff will be fielded around the 5 and brought back up, and near the 30-yard line is where the Rebels will come out and take over on offense. Had an opportunity to talk with the South offensive coordinator, and did hear that we're going to be seeing 2 QBs today. Liam Coyne, the junior, and Luke Jensen, the sophomore, will be really dependent on the situation. Jensen 15, Liam Coyne number 15, and it looks like it's Jensen who's getting the starting nod right now. And indeed he is. He's going to be out of the gun with Jaden Hardy behind him. The fake to Hardy. They're looking to throw the football. Near side ball tipped up and incomplete. Was looking for Brady Namastick, but he couldn't hang on to it.
Got the look they wanted there. The receiver was open. The throw was just a little too high. And it was one of those throws, Matt, could have gone to have a little bit taken off. Was coming in like a BB. The receiver couldn't get strong hands on it.
Well, you look at this Hilltoppers defense, and very good against the run. A lot of teams have not really, again, outside of these last 2 weeks, done much against them. We'll get you the Hilltopper starters in just a minute here. South will run it. Nothing going there. A matter of fact, Hardy loses his helmet on that play.
Yeah, and you're coming up big on the first play of the game and getting Jaden Booth back there into the backfield. He makes the big stop, and the Hilltoppers send a message to the Rebel offense early about trying to run up the middle, because that got blown up quickly.
Boys up front, Matthew McElroy, the junior, 6'3", 208. Dakota Warren, the senior, 6'1", 240. Logan Webster, the senior, 6'3", 235. And Tyler Knorr, the senior, 6'3", 228. The linebackers include Alexander Ash, leader of this defense, the senior, 6'5", 176. Jaden Booth, the junior, 6'0", 192. And Beckett Dotson, the senior, 6'1", 203. We'll get you the secondary after this play. Looking to throw. It is caught, but not for much. Rebels able to pick up a few yards as the catch was made by Cash McClendon near side, but he got back to maybe just the original line of scrimmage. Actually, they're going to say he stepped out of bounds around the 33, so a pickup of about 3 on that play will make it 4th and 8.
Well, Jaden Booth blew that play up, and luckily the quarterback able to get it out to his emergency option. Booth with the big hit on the QB, again, right through the middle into that backfield.
Rebels will punt the football, and Caleb Hewitt will watch it go out of bounds around the 38-yard line. Official's going to mark it right off at the 37.
We're our first look at this Hilltopper offense. They're going to bring this week again, as we mentioned pregame. They've been struggling the past couple of weeks. Really struggling on some of their blocking and able to get things open to the outside, and it's just kind of stymied and shut down the entire offense.
Well, indeed it has. Drayton Goodall, the QB, will line up back to his left, back to his right. Bit of a high snap. He's going to take it himself. He's got an open hole. And Allgood very close to the first down marker before McClendon could bring him down near side.
That's a good first run to get things started. He's going to go off the left side, going to get a good block out there to go around and pick up 9 positive yards. So many times the past 2 weeks, you'd look up and Chardon would be at 2nd and 10, and then they would be at 3rd and 9, and they just couldn't get anything on that first play of a drive. And actually, they're moving the chains. They gave him a first on that one. That's a generous spot, but the Toppers will take it.
Goodall, the junior, 5'10", 165. Drew Platts, the fullback, they're going to keep it with Goodall. He's got room and he's gone! 52 yards on that touchdown for the Hilltoppers.
And Drayton Allgood just goes off the left side. Again, you've got great blocking out there. Nice big hole open up between the left tackle and the left guard. He's going to run on through, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And, man, does that have to feel good. It's the Hilltoppers offense first touchdown since the first quarter 2 weeks ago. Has to feel good for them to get back into the end zone as an offense again.
And I'll give some credit to the offensive line. Man, did they open up a hole that even I could have run through. So Sam Sosrich out to attempt the PAT. He's 14 of 15 on the year. Tack another one. And the good news is for those folks who parked right in front, he kept it in the stadium. No windshields broken. 7-0 Hilltoppers, 10:28 to go here in the first.
Well, tonight's special cable cast is funded by your cable subscriber franchise fees, and we'd like to again extend thanks to all the GTV funding communities, including those not funding tonight's contest for their year-round support. They are Chardon Township, Middlefield Village, Munson Township, and partially funded by the City of Chardon. Thanks again for supporting GTV, and thanks to all our viewers for their support.
Well, that is a good way for the Hilltoppers to start things out. First time that they have had the lead in this game, or had the lead in a game, if you will, since that 28-7 victory over Avon Lake. You know, outside of that, Ryan, it's something worth noting, Hilltoppers, when they have had...
Yeah, they did, you know, they had that. It really started in the second half of the third game. Their offense really started to slow down then, and it hadn't been the same since, but that touchdown had to feel good.
Yeah. When the Hilltoppers score first, 3-0 on the year.
Yeah, absolutely, and so there they are again. First time scoring first since week 3, and they have a chance to get right back into that win column. And it's, you know, in some ways, sports are all very different. Other ways, sports are all the same. Every coach in every sport will tell you, man, there's such an advantage to scoring first, and there really is.
Well, and we saw Drayton Allgood with just the explosiveness on that run. And you go back to that Kenston game, the offense struggling. Halftime comes, and then he comes out, and you could just see the young man was trying to will that offense to do something. The effort that he had on that first drive, he was just trying to essentially be the fullback and the quarterback at the same time.
Almost all by himself, he got that team down there, and we don't want to get lost. We do have to give Kenston some credit. That defense came out with a lot of energy, great effort last week, and it almost felt like, I don't know how you're going to move the ball the way that defense was playing a week ago. You got to give credit to Kenston, too. That defense, once they started feeling good, they were playing on another level in that game.
Some confusion on the field as to where the ball should be spotted to start this drive.
Now they're going to meet, as we had a game a few weeks ago, Matt, where the officials had a number of meetings like this, so hopefully this is the only one, as they are going to, boy, does this look familiar. They're going to walk it back to the 35 instead of the 40, and that's where they've decided they want to start.
This doesn't look like that same crew, just for the record. So first down and 10, Rebels from their own 35. They're going to go left side, and Hardy, nothing going there.
Now, they tried to go up the middle on their first drive. There was nothing there, so they tried to go to the outside. They get a yard, but nice job, those Hilltopper linebackers led by Chad Prince, able to get over there and make a big stop. 2nd and 10.
Well, Hardy's basically the main running back in this offense. We're going to see a slew of wide receivers. A lot of young men that they're going to be pulling in and out of this game on the receiving end, including Mason Matrino, Christian Satoni, Alex Patrizzi, Marquez Lashley, just to name a few. They'll send a man in motion. That's Patrizzi. Low snap. Hardy gets it and goes straight up the middle and nowhere to go. Those really nice looking red jerseys just stopping him right there.
I was to say, it looked like getting in there for the Toppers. Looks like we saw Logan Webster get in there to make a big stop. And, the past couple of weeks, football is won on the line of scrimmage, that battle in the trenches. In the last couple of weeks, there's no way around it. The Hilltoppers lost that battle in the trenches. In the early going of this first quarter, that is not the case. Once again, the Hilltoppers, this is linebackers coming in right through the middle. They're just opening up the middle of that Rebel offensive line, and the Rebels can't do anything to stop that defensive attack from the Toppers right now.
You know what you want to see? Ash leads the team, 39 tackles. Booth next on 33. And now a flag.
Yeah, we're going to have a delay of game. It took the Rebels a long time to get out of that huddle, and they must have missed the game clock starting. And so they got the play clock started. They weren't aware, and they broke their huddle at 1, and that'll do it.
Mentioned we'd get to the Hilltoppers secondary, and among those we'll be seeing tonight, A.C. Cole, one of the guys out there, the back QB, also a defensive back, 6'1", 162. He's a freshman. Looking to go down the field, but just off the target. Boy, they were trying to spread the field to Jaden Hardy, but he had some double coverage there between Caleb Hewitt and Chad Prince.
I'll give him credit for even getting that throw off. Just as he was throwing, he took another big hit from Jaden Booth, just not getting any kind of blocking from his offensive line right now. And so the Rebels end up going backwards and punting.
Right now, South -3 yards of offense. End over end punt, and it will take a Rebel bounce across the 35 and go out of bounds right around the 32. So Topper's going to take the ball over about 5 yards or so from where they started the last drive, which was a 2-play, 62-yard drive, capped by a 52-yard Drayton Allgood touchdown.
Drayton Allgood rushed for 62 yards on that drive.
Allgood will hand it off. And that was Caleb Hewitt up to about the 38. Hewitt, the senior, 6'10", 167.
Oftentimes they'll use Hewitt to run to the outside. That time they used him to run between the tackles, and he does a nice job picking up 6 yards there, setting up 2nd down and 4.
Guys up front tonight for the Hilltoppers, Tredell Graves, the senior, 6'3", 248. Carson Hope, the junior, 5'11", 235. Griffin Kimbrough, the senior, 6'3", 300. Aiden Hardesty returns after missing a couple games. He's a sophomore, 6'3", 258. And Andrew Baggett, the junior, 6'3", 280. Toppers will run it, and they go straight ahead. This will be close. I think they're going to get a good spot. Yes, they do.
As the Toppers get down there, hand that ball off, go to the fullback dive. And Platts picks up the first down to move the chains for the Toppers.
Tight end for the Toppers tonight, Vince Valledo, the senior, 6'3", 220. See a number of split ends, including Iker Amaro, the senior, 6'2", 178, and Beckett Dotson, the senior, 6'1", 203. Up the middle again, and that was Drew Platts.
Yeah, back-to-back fullback runs here, so you've done the QB keeper. They got the sweep run integrated, and now a couple of runs to the fullback dive, making the Rebels think about everything, all directions here.
Well, I like them giving the ball to the sophomore. See what he can do and opening some things up. You just had that feeling, Ryan, in the Kenston game that it became almost too predictable what Chardon was going to do.
Yeah, it was pretty much Allgood or Hewitt had the ball on almost every play in that one offensively.
Allgood looking to throw. Flushing out near side. Now he's going to take off. 50, 45. Breaks a tackle. Nice move. Oh, he cuts back. He's got some blockers. The 35. The 30. Makes another kid miss on his feet, out of bounds, and near the 25. What a run!
Right, and you start to get those, you run back-to-back fullback dives. The play before that, you had Hewitt run up the middle. You start to get those linebackers thinking in. They're starting to pinch in when they're going to see this play start. And Allgood takes it like he's going to go to the middle, just steps to his left, and then just on a dime changes directions and takes off for an extra 15 yards at the end of the run for a first down. Huge run there by Drayton Allgood.
My goodness, we have not seen a Hilltopper change directions like that since I believe it was Caleb Hewitt last year against, was it CBCA or maybe Geneva in the playoffs?
Yes.
Toppers back to the ground, left side. It's Hewitt trying to cut the corner, forced out of bounds. He picks up a good chunk of yards, though, maybe 7 or 8.
A very successful sweep run there, picks up 7, brings up second down and 3. We talked about the Hilltopper offense, maybe second down and 4. But we talked about the Hilltopper offense looking one-dimensional last week at Kenston. It does not look that right now. They're running up the middle. It's opening things up outside. They're getting big first down gains on the outside. They're not starting at 2nd and 9 anymore. They're at 2nd and 4, and things are just clicking, and this offense is moving once again.
Toppers right now, 123 total yards of offense. Here's 7:18 to play first quarter. Allgood will fake the handoff, will keep it himself. Allgood up the middle, pushing the pile ahead inside the 10 and down near the 7. First down, Hilltoppers.
And you can tell the Rebels defensively right now, they're trying to think about everything. Their eyes are following the sweeper. They don't realize Allgood pulled that ball back, and he runs right up the middle to pick up the first down.
Well, folks, got to give Drayton Allgood credit, too, because as this season has gone on, he's gotten a little bit better, too, with the misdirection.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's growing. He's still a junior. His first year as a starter, so he's growing as a quarterback, and you're seeing that improvement week to week down there on the field.
Amaro split end out to the right. Platts the fullback. Hewitt the wingback. Allgood gives it to Caleb Hewitt, makes a cut, bouncing out right side toward the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers! Caleb Hewitt, the 8-yard run.
That's a great run by Hewitt. He made an initial turn. That was closed. He pops back out, goes a bit wider, angles for the pylon, and gets himself into the end zone on a touchdown run. So your two best players on the offensive side of the football, Allgood and Hewitt, each have touchdowns early, and you're off and running off 2 scores at home over the Rebels.
Well, Ryan, I believe the Hilltoppers have answered our question that we asked in the pregame show. Which team would show up? And it's the team that we've seen.
Well, Matt, that touchdown
energy
has actually been taking off the board. There was a holding call against the Toppers, so they're pushed back 10 yards, and it's now 1st and goal back here at about the 13-yard line.
Allgood will keep it himself. looking to go left side, on his feet, still on his feet, spins around, all good toward the end zone, and down near the 1.
I mean, right now, it's just the Rebels. They're not getting to these guys. They're not tackling. Drayton Allgood, Caleb Hewitt, these guys are too good athletes. These Willoughby South Rebels need to make sure they're using good fundamental tackling, and they're not. And Allgood and Hewitt are just stepping out of and around tacklers and picking up extra yards. And so here they are, second and goal. So first and goal at the 13 became second and goal at the 1 in a hurry.
Platt's alone back in the backfield. Hewitt goes in motion. Give this to Caleb, and he's in the end zone, but another flag.
Yeah, this is going to come back again, I do believe. So, again, you get out there on the right side, and we'll wait and see what the call is going to be. So,
touchdown will stand.
The flag was for a sideline warning, so it's just a warning the first time. So the Toppers get the score.
So Caleb, the 1-yard touchdown run. And the Hilltoppers overcoming some adversity in this one in terms of penalties on this drive.
It was delayed by 2 plays, but the same things we were saying earlier are true. Allgood and Hewitt have both scored early, your 2 best offensive players. The offense is clicking, and the Toppers are ahead 14-0.
Well, with 5:54 to go here in the first, 14-0 Hilltoppers.
Well, GTV is on Roku and Apple TV. You could also get it on your cell phone. That's right, iPhone or Android. All you have to do is look for the Cablecast app in your store, and you'll have GTV on your phone.
Last week after the game, we had the opportunity to talk with both Mitch Hewitt and Jeff Grubich, the Kenston head coach. And Coach Grubich said something about his squad that was very Mitch Hewitt-like, if you will, last week. And it was, we just want to keep improving every week. And sometimes we see small improvements, but it was the big improvement that we wanted to see, and we saw it tonight.
Yeah, and they've come out here, they've made a big improvement. You can see everything moving better offensively, the blocking much better than where it was a couple of weeks ago. The Hilltoppers back to winning on the line of scrimmage, back to winning those collisions, and it's off to a good start.
Santoni takes it from about the 5, and the Hilltoppers will wrap him up near the 20. Well, the Hilltopper marching band, of course, they had their senior night tonight, making some noise, and why not? Their team up 14-0. Second to last regular season home game of the year here at Chardon Memorial. And, folks, this is the last Friday night home game of the regular season.
Yeah, going to be playing on Thursday night next week against Madison. But doesn't it feel like the football season goes faster? And Mayfield, thank you. Doesn't it feel like the football season goes faster and faster every year? Sure.
Yes, it does.
Already to the last home game of the regular season next week. It's crazy to believe that you're there already, but that's where we're at.
Jaden Hardy gets the handoff. He's going nowhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 Toppers there to bring him down.
I say Rebels came in with -3 yards of offense, and they got back to the line of scrimmage. That was it. Fortunately, it looks like there's a Hilltopper on the field.
You know, you spoke, Ryan, about the season going fast, and it's somewhat ironic that you said that for you folks that read the comics. Today, the comic strip BC, you saw BC walking in the desert, and all of a sudden it was snowing, and his line was, "These summers go by even faster the older I get."
Yeah, pretty much how it goes.
Indeed it does, but man, Hilltoppers have looked good tonight. Not just the slick red tops that they're wearing, of course, new this year, but we've seen that spark that we haven't seen the last couple weeks since that bye week.
Yeah, and things are really moving, and it all starts at the line of scrimmage. This game is so hard when you can't win that battle at the line of scrimmage, and the Toppers weren't winning it the past 2 weeks, but this week they are, and they're off to a 14-0 lead.
Chad Prince needed a little bit of help getting up, but now walking off on his own power. That's a good sight to see.
Officially a loss of 1. That puts the Rebels at -4 offensive yards so far tonight.
Looking to go through the air. Left side, it is caught. The South Rebels with a huge first down out to about the Hilltopper 48.
Well, he was able, you see his arm strength. He's able to make a great throw when he has time in the pocket. Unfortunately, he had time in the pocket because one of his offensive linemen was holding. So the Rebels are going to come back and be facing a 2nd down and 21 now instead of that first down into Hilltopper territory for the first time. But you can see the arm. That's why they've moved the ball a bit offensively this year. That's quite an arm, but
it was a great throw and a good catch. Unfortunately, all for naught. So now the Rebels facing a 2nd down and 18 according to the scoreboard from their own 9-yard line after that holding penalty. Look to throw right side. It's caught, but then immediately hit. Number of Hilltoppers in there.
Able to get that one. That was designed as a play to get the ball out of the backfield quickly, a quick slant. Picked up 10. That still means the Rebels are facing a 3rd down and 11 here.
Yeah, nice pass by Jensen to Marquez Lashley. Drew Vilk enters the game as a wide receiver to the right. 2 receivers right. 2 to the left. Hardy in the backfield. They'll look for the receiver screen near side. Missed tackle. Racing down the field and maybe gone is Marquez Lashley, and he is. An 82-yard touchdown reception.
Well, Lashley curls in, gets himself open at the first down marker, makes the catch, and then, as you said, Matt, it's a missed tackle, but hold on.
Well, wait a second.
Back. And Coach Hewitt is coming out.
Now, folks, I don't see any flags. Maybe he stepped out of bounds?
It's holding again against the Rebels.
Wow. Okay, flag was on the sideline over here near us.
So we were screened from seeing it, but it gave, so the Hilltoppers got away with that one, but Coach Hewitt had walked out and was saying something to the secondary, so something about that missed tackle, probably, I would imagine. The Toppers get away with it. That's 2 crucial holding calls, but again, this is a Rebels team that clearly could move the ball in the air, but they need time to do it, and their offensive line can't buy that time against this Hilltopper defensive front.
No, and Chardon, again, this pass defense, questions abound this entire season, if you will. They really weren't challenged the first 3 weeks of the year. You go to that Avon Lake game. Avon Lake in week 3 didn't have their starting QB. Bye week in 4. Kensington last week, Kaltenbach looked good. Whatever he was doing, running or passing, he just was on the target. Jason Hardy gets stopped right away. Beckett Dotson got in and got him low.
Trying to go to the ground on 3rd down and 4, see if they could sneak in a first and keep the drive going. They got over 200 yards on the ground a week ago against Riverside, but this Hilltopper D giving the Rebels nothing tonight, and Dotson right there with the big stop to end the South drive. And so far, the Rebels still haven't picked up a first down in this game.
Beckett Dotson came into this one 4th on the team in tackles, 27 total, 3.5 tackles for losses, plus a sack. Rebels trying to get enough guys on the field. Hilltoppers have blocked a couple punts this year. They will not block that one, but it's shanked coming near side and nearly misses a Hilltopper. It'll take a good South Rebel roll down to about the 34-yard line where it goes out of bounds.
So Chardon will have decent field position here to start this drive, but the way this offense is moving so far in this first quarter, I don't think if they started at the 2 right now, it would bother them very much.
And speaking with head coach Mitch Hewitt prior to the game, he had told me that the Hilltoppers were going to be doing something different with the blocking game, and he said they're going back to the old school way that Chardon used to block, starting with this game, and it's been working wonders so far.
Yeah, mixing up their blocking scheme a little bit, and as you said, to great success on their first 2 offensive drives.
Drayton Allgood under some pressure, going to dump it off right side. It's caught, and across the 35 down near the 40. That's Gavin Rabluski.
Well, and Aiden Hardesty keeps that play alive. He does a great job as he throws the block, keeps that defensive end out of the backfield, and gave Allgood enough time to get a throw off so the Hilltoppers could get a good play. And those are the examples of the type of collisions that the Hilltoppers hadn't been winning the past couple of weeks. Hardesty won one there. It's a positive play for the Hilltoppers on offense.
2nd and 9 from their 39. Allgood will fake the handoff, looking to go right side, has some blocking, and Allgood out to about the 42, maybe the 43 right side, just shy of the first down.
You're right. He goes to the right, has 3 blockers in front of him, just pushes them from behind, and gets to 3rd down and 2 here. So that was another nice run play, and Toppers mixed a pass in there. Now they put a run down there, and still giving the Rebels plenty to think about defensively as far as what this team is going to do next.
Iker Amaro now split on the right side. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Hilltoppers. Hewitt goes in motion. It is the fullback dive, and Platts plows ahead and picks it up.
Nice run there by Platts.
And now a late flag.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what that is because it comes in way late, so it's going to be after the play. At least you would assume with as late as it came in, it's after the play. Platts with a nice run.
Personal foul against the Hilltoppers.
And again, that should be after the play, which means the Toppers should have picked up that first down, but they're going to go back 15 yards from the spot. But the officials are discussing.
The penalty will push Chardon all the way back to the 31-yard line.
That does reset them to 1st and 10 here. But yeah, right back really to where the drive started.
Ivan Chua, the sophomore, brings the play in. Fake the handoff, and Drayton Allgood has some running room on his feet. Allgood to about the 36. He is seeing some open holes tonight.
Yeah, you got to start with giving his offensive line credit. He's a great athlete, but that offensive line giving him room to run here and opening up a big hole. He accelerates through it, picks up 5 yards on 1st down, and just once again, you can just tell how much easier an offense operates when you're at 2nd and 5 instead of 2nd and 9, and just things are moving, things are headed downhill for the Hilltoppers on offense, downhill in a good way, like you're racing down the hill. Things are looking good.
Toppers will hand it off. Caleb Hewitt makes a nice move, and Caleb Hewitt picks up the first down, but a late flag comes out.
And it's going to be a holding on the Toppers here as trying to come out around and make a hold. And now the offense looks good. You had 2 good drives to start, but these penalties here in drive number 3 really slowing the offense down, and this is another 10-yard penalty, and now you're back behind where you started the drive. You're back inside the 30, looking at a second down and about 11 and a half here.
You know, these officials showing equal opportunity flag throwers.
See if the Toppers run a play to end the quarter or not.
I believe they will not. Coach Hewitt wants them to huddle up. So with that, clock's about to strike 0 here, and we've completed 1 quarter with the Hilltoppers up 14-0. We'll take a timeout and be right back here on GTV.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, the original Burr Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, the Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, Roniak Paving, Remax Traditions, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, the Chardon Athletic Boosters. Chardon Hilltopper Football is also brought to you by GTV.
Well, we return to action here at Chardon Memorial. Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke with you for Week 7 of high school football. Hilltoppers right now enjoying a 14-0 lead over South. This current drive, though, marred by a few flags.
Yeah, a couple of flags have really set the Hilltoppers back, facing a 2nd and 11 right now.
All good. Going to be stopped in the backfield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Rebels in there.
First time tonight we've really seen the Hilltopper offensive line lose one of those battles up front. The Rebels brought some good pressure and got back to the line. That was it, setting up a 3rd down and 11 all of a sudden.
So 3rd down and 11 for Chardon. Right now, outgaining South 144-3 in this one. Hewitt goes in motion. All good. Thought about passing. Now he's going to tuck it and run. All good. Very close to the first down marker as he dove straight ahead, and it looks like he picks it up. What a gutsy run.
Yeah, great run by Allgood. He's willing to go airborne at the last second. Cash McClendon ends up bringing him down, but not before Allgood makes the great play to pick up the first down, move those chains, keep the drive rolling.
Hilltoppers get a big run from Allgood, who entered this game 527 rushing yards, averaging just under 6 yards a carry. And boy, his runs tonight, Ryan, that average is going to go up a little bit. 1st and 10 from the 43. Hewitt, right side and knocked out of bounds near midfield. Nice gain by Caleb.
Yeah, he does a nice job there, and he uses the block to pick up an extra couple yards there as Platts gets out there and throws a block. Hewitt runs to the outside to get the extra 2 yards, and all of a sudden, 2nd down and 1. So the offense starting to move again after having some trouble with penalties at the end of the first quarter.
Toppers break the huddle. Amaro the split end near side. That tight wing T formation. Dotson in the game as a halfback and movement. The question is, who was it?
And I think we're going to get an encroachment against the Rebels, and so that would give the Hilltoppers the first down, if I am correct. At least That's the way I saw it, was his encroachment, and that's how the officials see it too. So Chardon picks up the first down.
Well, the Hilltoppers will take it. Move those chains, and it will give them a new set of downs, 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line as they work their way left to right down the field. Bad snap. Allgood trying to make something happen, looking to throw the football, and he's nearly picked off. Woo. Racing in was Marquez Lashley, and Lashley just needed about 2 more steps, and he might have been able to get a turnover there.
Yeah, the Rebels were back in a zone defense look here, and there was a receiver for the Toppers at the 20, a receiver for the Toppers on the goal line, and that ball, more of was coming down at the 10, and that zone look, there was a Willoughby South defender there, just couldn't make the catch. Fell a little bit in front of him, just a little short of him, but...
Well, something to be said too, Ryan, about just maybe trying to do too much on some of these plays where either just keep it and run it or just throw it out of bounds and don't worry about committing a turnover. 2nd and 10 now from the 43. Allgood up the middle, and Allgood will be brought down near the 40-yard line. Gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Yeah, that brings them to 3rd down and 4, but there's a reason why they call that play and they go for the pass on 1st down. They're in 4-down territory, so this essentially sets up, they know they still got their 3 plays, so even though it's 2nd down, they pick up 4 yards, they still got 2 plays to pick up the other 6, and they're just going to keep their offense rolling here. So that's why they go for that deep throw on the first play there, because they know they got 3 more shots to pick up the 1st down.
Handoff coming right side, Caleb Hewitt. Nice block, and Hewitt picks up the 1st down. Drew Platts helped open up a little bit of running room for Caleb Hewitt.
Yeah, nice job there by Platts. He's done a real nice job blocking out there today, and he makes another good block. Hewitt runs to the outside, and one thing about Caleb Hewitt is he makes really good decisions about whether he's going to run inside or outside of a block, and he always seems to make the right choice. And he's able to pick up the 1st down, move the chains, and keep things rolling.
Well, you talk about Drew Platts, and he's a young man who essentially was thrust into the spotlight, if you will. Vinnie Columbi injured in that game against Avon Lake. At that point in time, had 7 touchdowns on the season. And Drew Platts really had to be baptized by fire, if you will, these last 3 games that he's played. And Allgood looking to do something. Now he will bounce and be not taken down near the original line of scrimmage. Landon Brown in on the stop for South. But for Drew Platts, it's been a situation where he has had to learn essentially how to win those collisions up front.
Yeah, he's a sophomore, he's a young guy. It puts a lot on him because the fullback position is such a key position in the wing T offense. And, you almost look like they're bringing him on a little at a time. Each week he gets more and more touches. He's certainly gotten more touches so far already this week than the previous week, and just trying to help build this young player up, and he's having a really good night down there, both running and blocking tonight.
Toppers use the misdirection, and it's Drayton Allgood across the 30 down near the 26.
And once again, right, the Toppers ran a pass play on 1st down because they know they're still in 4-down territory. They're going for it on 4th. So they ran that pass play. Nothing happened. But Allgood comes up, picks up 5 yards. You're at 3rd and 5 with 2 plays to pick up the 1st. And so the offense is still moving along. That sack you take on that first pass play doesn't really affect your drive. Your drive is still moving.
From the 27. Handoff coming around the corners. Caleb Hewitt. Caleb knocked out of bounds around the 17. 1st down, Chardon.
And it was Platts again getting out there throwing a block. Hewitt, as always, does a great job. She sees he wants to run around to the outside of that block. Takes the outside, picks up plenty enough for a 1st down. Moving the chains, keeping the drive rolling. So good run by Hewitt. Nice blocking out there by Platts. And things are looking real good for the Hilltoppers here tonight.
Well, Chardon don't want to quite say running at will, Ryan, but it's a renewed offensive line, a rebirth, if you will, what we've seen the last couple weeks. Platts gets the call. Look at that, pushing them all ahead. And he's brought down near the 10.
There's a real good-looking fullback dive there from Platts, pushing some of those big defenders on the defensive line back, picking up 5-6 yards to bring up 2nd down and 4.
Love the confidence that young man is displaying right now. For Chardon, it'll be a 2nd down and 4. Ball spotted at the 11 of South. Pass to the left side, incomplete.
That was the type of pass you'll see it where, the quarterback knows we're going to the quick screen, but he hasn't quite got his body set to throw yet, so he's landing. He ends up flat-footed as he throws that ball, and it just spikes into the turf.
Looked like a splitter.
It was a little bit of split, yep. So when the catcher needs to get down, put a body on, make sure that stays in front of him.
Darn right. We might see a few of those this upcoming weekend here in Cleveland. (14-0) Chardon. They got a 3rd and 4. Fake to Caleb, and Drayton running room right side. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers. No one got a hand on him.
Yeah, he just runs to the outside. Great blocking there, and all the way into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown run of the night, and this has to feel good for this Hilltopper offense because they're playing very well, and they are moving the ball, scoring points, and looking real good down there tonight.
Well, the Crazies enjoying this one and waiting for the kick that they hope goes right through the uprights. A little bit of issue on that snap, but no problem. Saucerich puts it up, and it is good. So with 6:52 to go, the Hilltoppers increase their lead to 21-0.
Well, you can follow GTV on X for all the latest replay news and other important information. Just follow GTV on X, and you'll have all the latest.
It's a good night here, Week 7 at Chardon Memorial. Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke with you. And the Hilltoppers came into this game on a 2-game losing streak. Ryan, they're getting a little revenge right now.
Yeah, they've come out playing strong tonight. As we mentioned, they kind of went back to the drawing board on some things, changed their blocking, and really, as you said, kind of a rebirth week, and they've come out, and the Willoughby South Rebels have found themselves on the other end of that, and the Toppers are up 21-0 here in the first half.
Just for the record, by the way, it was Coach Hewitt who used the word rebirth. Got to give credit where credit's due.
So, as you quoted Coach Hewitt there,
correctly.
It was a rebirth week.
Short kick will be fielded around the 32. The return man slips. That was Nick Keitel, but he was able to keep check that it wasn't Keitel. That was Caden Wasik, who caught the ball, fell down, and couldn't hang on to it. Regrouped just before a Hilltopper got him.
So think about some of those pop-up kicks. They can get interesting, and that one almost got real interesting for the Rebels.
Well, this is also, folks, is now the time of night where the dew starts to set in on everything, making the field just a little bit slick.
I mean, still, we're having beautiful weather, especially considering it's October, but now we're at the time of year where when that sun goes down, it starts to get cooler quickly, and that field's going to get slick real fast. And so on these turf fields, yeah, that does come into effect a lot.
Liam Coyne now in at QB for the Rebels here. Coyne will hand it off. Jaden Hardy breaks a few tackles on his feet across the 40. He picks up the first down near the 43. He dragged a couple of Hilltoppers with him. It took him 2, including Kevin Mannery, to make that stop.
I mean, Hardy's a big, strong runner if they could get him in space. The problem is they haven't been able to because the Toppers' defense has been winning every battle at the line of scrimmage. Hardy thought he got away with big plays a couple times, but they were holding on them. That time, no holdings, and picked up the first down. And as you mentioned, it takes 2 Toppers to bring him down.
South does not list height or weight on their roster, so can't go into too much detail on that, but the young man has some pretty good size. Low snap. Coyne picks it up again to Hardy. Jaden Hardy fighting forward, and then just a gaggle of Hilltoppers pushes him back after a gain of about 2 out to the 44.
Yeah, he still didn't go down, though. It was stopped on forward progress as the Hilltoppers stopped him after a gain of 2. And that play really disrupted by the low snap. It took an extra second to get that ball into Hardy's hands, so the Rebels didn't really have a chance to get him into the hole because the hole opened up for him. He might have been able to run a bigger gain, but the low snap just took the timing off, and the Hilltoppers able to fill that hole by the time he was ready to come through.
Liam Coyne, the junior, from the gun. Claps his hands. Will hand it off. Different running back this time, and nowhere to go. Evan Ash makes the stop, and at that time the ball carrier was Alex Patrizzi, the wide receiver who came in and got the carry.
Yeah, gets about a yard. Not a whole lot of blocking in front of him. Good job by the Hilltoppers to get that quick stop, and it brings up 3rd down and 7.
It was this matchup last year where Liam Coyne injured his back and had been out. Finally got clearance about a month or so ago to resume football activities, so good to see him back in the game. Pass picked off! 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown Toppers! Caleb Hewitt, the pick 6.
Just comes out there and jumps that route. Quarterback locks onto the receiver. The throw is a little bit of a soft touch. The receiver has to come back a step and wait, and Hewitt just says, I see this ball. Hewitt made a more aggressive play on that pass than the receiver. That's how Hewitt gets the interception. That's how it ends up being a touchdown. The receiver waited for the ball. Hewitt went and got it, and he ends up with a score.
Toppers will take it. And that's what you got to do. You got to make plays. PAT is up, and now a flag. It is good.
We'll wait and see what the call down on the field is. Well, the Stripes are having another discussion, so while they discuss, GTV has an email service that will send you GTV replay information. Just go to our website, www.geaugatv.org, and sign up. When we set our schedule, you'll be the first to know. It's easy and informative, so sign up now.
So the PATs ruled good, and with 4:34 to go here in the second quarter, Toppers now up their lead 28-0.
That is a big defensive play, and that's one of the hallmarks of these Hilltopper teams. When things are going good, you got your offense moving the football, scoring, and then you've got the defense making 1 or 2 big plays, and those defensive plays really helped to spread the game out, and it was Caleb Hewitt that time. And again, just jumping around, the quarterback stares down his receiver. The throw doesn't come in with a whole lot of juice behind it, and the receiver gets caught flat-footed waiting for the ball to get to him. Caleb Hewitt said, I could have that ball instead. He went and grabbed it, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Penalty will be assessed on the kickoff, and Sam Sosrich gets to tee it up on the Rebel 45-yard line. Going to be interesting to see what the Hilltoppers try to do right here. Do they just kick it out of the end zone, or they try to pin the Rebels back deep?
See how far up into the seats Sasserich can put this one.
I do have to say, and I think we said this in week number 2, Ryan, but these new lights here at Chardon Memorial make this field just so visible.
Oh yeah, it's completely different. Every football field used to have maybe a corner or something that was a little darker.
Some still do.
But anybody who has the new lights, that is not a problem anymore.
Sam kicks it into and out of the end zone for the touchback.
Well, even up, I was here earlier this week doing a soccer game, and even up on top of the press box there under that tent, it'd always be so hard to see your paperwork. It's bright as day after the sun goes down up there. No more need for an extra light up there or anything anymore. These new lights are really so great, and you've got the cool effects that they play after the touchdowns too, which is fun for the kids. But as far as making the game easier for the fans to see, making the game safer on the field because it's brighter, these new lights are a great thing, and more high school stadiums are having them installed.
Jaden Hardy gets the carry, and Hardy picks up a few hard-earned yards to the far side. That's the Hilltoppers defense. You just tip your cap to them. They have controlled the young man who last week ran for over 200 yards against Riverside.
Yeah, as you said, they had been a pass-first offense, and the Rebels probably thinking their running game really had their coming-out party a week ago, but it has disappeared again behind a Chardon front seven that generally shuts down running games, and that's what they're doing again here tonight.
Hardy trying to go around the right side, picks up a few yards out near the 27-yard line. Will bring up 3rd down and about short.
Trying less and less to move Hardy between the tackles now. They're trying to run everything to the outside away from that Chardon defensive front, and it's picking up a couple of yards. They're starting to get more positive momentum going as they're at 3rd down and 4.
Can you blame them?
No, that was the only choice.
I'm not going to lie. I don't want to meet Alexander Ash at the line. That's just not going to end well for anybody.
No, and Jaden Booth was having a huge game this week as well so far. It seemed like he was in the A gap every single time the Rebels looked up.
Rebels.
He was in there again.
Too many red shirts in the backfield and that big sack.
Booth was back there first. You get the football and you look up and Jaden Booth is staring you in the face. Number of Hilltoppers followed to close it up.
Bit of a concern, though. Logan Webster limping off the field as it's 4th down. But, you talk about Jaden Booth. Young man entered this game, 2nd on the team in tackles, 33, has 17 solo, 5 tackles for losses, and that's 1 game less than all the other linebackers because he didn't play linebacker until week 2. He was the fullback. He was splitting time with Columbia week 1 in the fullback.
Well, they moved him to the defensive side of the football, and that was a revelation because he has turned into one of the real stars on that defense this year, and you're seeing it tonight.
No, we've seen it most weeks this season. He has been good. And he's just a junior. Toppers get the block, punt! Ball bouncing around. Mannery had the block. And the Toppers will get it around the 5-yard line. They've been doing it on defense. They've been doing it on offense, and now the special teams, another block. I believe that's number 3 on the year.
Yeah, 3rd block punt of the year for the Toppers. Mannery with that block. Beckett Dotson picked it up. And the Hilltoppers have a chance to start the second half with a running clock now, as with 2:53 to go, they're 1st and goal at the Rebel 6 to start this drive. And yeah, all facets of the game going well for the Toppers tonight.
First and goal from the 6. And who has it? I don't know. But they move the pile forward. It's Drew Platts. There we go. So fullback dive picks up 5 on that run. And boy, that would be a great sign to get Drew Platts in the end zone for his first varsity touchdown.
Yeah, he's been such a big part of this offensive attack in the first half on that fullback run, and would be nice to see him be able to get in there and get that TD.
Second and goal. It's the sophomore, and he's got it. Touchdown, Topper. So Platts with his first varsity touchdown. Look at that. His teammates pumped up.
Yeah, it's a real great moment for Drew Platts there. The sophomore gets in the end zone for the first time in his varsity career. And he tops off what has been a very good first half for him with a touchdown run.
Well, that touchdown run again courtesy of the Kevin Mannery blocked punt. And the Hilltoppers in this first half have been exercising the demons of the last 2 weeks. Good snap. Kick is up. It's a bit of a line drive kick right to the crazies, but it is good. With 2:05 to play before the half, but it's the Hilltoppers 35 and South nothing. Hey, speaking of the half, folks, do want to remind you, stick around at halftime because we've got the eclectic sounds of the Willoughby South Marching Band followed by your award-winning Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band.
Well, don't forget birthdays and anniversaries and other special occasions can be made that much more special with GTV. Just send us those terrific pictures and we'll help highlight the event. Enclose a self-addressed stamped envelope. Once again, our address is GTV, P.O. Box 336, Chardon, Ohio, 44024, or you could email us that beautiful picture at geaugatv@windstream.net.
Well, if you're just joining us, where have you been? It's been all Hilltoppers in this one. They lead 35-0. Appreciate you joining us here. Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke with you here on GTV. It's been a good one for the Hilltoppers.
As you said, exercising the demons the past 2 weeks had been tough, but all phases of the game back on track this week, and they're up 35-0 before we get to the half.
That kickoff gonna head out of bounds.
You can catch GTV replays of this game on Channel 1025 Saturday at 6 and 9 p.m. Sunday at noon, 3, 6 and 9 p.m. Or video on demand at www.geaugatv.org.
Now the Rebel offense back out on the field.
Drew Platts is still getting hugs on the sideline right now, Matt. Everyone's so excited for him after his first varsity touchdown.
That's Jensen back at QB. Empty backfield, 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Stepping up in the pocket, feeling some pressure, going to take off and run across the 35, 40, has a block 45, near midfield 50, their biggest run of the night.
Well, and it's a nice run there by Jensen, too. If you look up and you see 8 guys in front of you and 3 guys back, there's room to run, and Jensen able to get around the defense out into that backfield and make the big first down run. And first time the Rebels have been at midfield tonight. Had never gotten this far to this point. But their receivers left way too early.
Yeah.
Both of them. Well, actually, they're going to discuss this. Might go as an encroachment against the Hilltoppers.
You know, the line judge near side was pointing to Chardon. However, other officials were pointing to South.
And they're going encroachment against the Toppers, so. That officially puts the Rebels in Topper territory for the first time tonight. 4 penalties, 40 yards by the Toppers.
Jensen under more pressure, flags flying. He's going to throw it out of bounds, and Coach Landis, what a catch!
Coach Landis brought that one in, and the Rebels were holding, so the Rebels are going to give up the 5 yards on the encroachment and some. But great play by Landis down there.
I believe his high school eligibility has run out, though.
Put it in the stat column anyway.
Yeah, why not?
Well, now there's 2 flags down. So we've got the hold against the Rebels, declined.
Intentional grounding.
And that's the one that the Toppers will take for the loss of down.
Well, here we go. It'll be first. Well, scoreboard says first down and 10. That's not right. However, the ball is on the 43. It's second and 17. There we go. Luke Jensen going to throw over the middle, overshoots everybody, incomplete. His intended target was Marquez Lashley.
Good coverage down there by Hewitt on Lashley, but I mean, nice job. Able to get that ball out of the backfield. It was a decent throw despite the pressure, but the pressure did have everything happening a tick too quickly, and Lashley just wasn't there yet.
Matthew McElroy will come out. Now he comes back in. They're going to send Logan Webster out. 3 down linemen. Three receivers set for South. Low snap. Jensen looking to throw. Going down the field. Ball is going to be incomplete. Was looking for Drew Vilk, but he could not hang on to it.
Now, the Toppers did a great job there because Vilk went up and got that ball, but the Topper down there in coverage, I think it might have been Mannery on that side of the field, was able to get a hand in there and knock that ball out of his hands while he was in the air and caused the incomplete pass. So that was a good defensive play down there on the far side of the field. And 211 yards of offense for the Hilltoppers to 31 for the Rebels, and the Rebels are punting again.
No, the last punt did not end well. South will try it again. Hilltoppers, well, they get it off that time, and it will take a Rebel bounce inside the 10. And will roll down to about the 5. So here's the situation. 41 seconds left to go. The Hilltoppers will have the ball. Each team, well, South has burned 1 timeout, so they will have 2 left. But you got to think at this juncture with Chardon getting the ball back to start the 3rd quarter, they just may take a knee here and just call it a half.
They already have 5 scores, and if they were thinking about it, I think that punt rolling to the 5 probably made the final decision pretty easy here for the Toppers as to how they're going to handle the end of this half.
Hilltoppers will take the knee. And I believe that should do it.
Now, they shouldn't need to run another, I wouldn't think.
Although they're not moving, so it looks like, Ryan, they may have to take another snap. Nope, officials are telling them that they're good. So that'll do it here. One half of football complete here at Chardon Memorial.
Well, yeah, it's been a good half.
Toppers up 35-0. Folks, we invite you to stick around because up next, it's the halftime show with the Willoughby South and then your Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, the original Burr Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, the Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, Roniak Paving, Remax Traditions, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, the Chardon Athletic Boosters. Chardon Hilltopper Football is also brought to you by GTV.
From our seniors, sophomore year, here is Ain't No Mountain High Enough. Teams led by senior Amanda Akbar. This song was released by Motown in 1969 and became the first hit for the supergroup the Jackson 5. Oh, baby, give me one more chance. Here is I Want You Back.
Woo! Baby, come back.
The Hilltopper Marching Band closes their show with the signature tune of Wild Cherry that includes a drum break written by Austin Clute and Alex Brooker. From the freshman year of our seniors, here is Play That Funky Music. For the Chardon High School Fight Song.
On the back guard. Hey, do it. Go. Oh, no, I didn't get the call.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, the original Burr Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, the Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, Roniak Paving, Remax Traditions, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, the Chardon Athletic Boosters, Chardon Hilltopper football is also brought to you by GTV.
Welcome back, everyone. Chardon Memorial 35-0. Hilltoppers over Willoughby South here. And what a game it has been for the Hilltoppers. Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke with you. Appreciate you joining us here for second half action. Ryan, Hilltoppers have done it tonight offensively, they've done it defensively, and they've got some big special plays teams as well.
Yeah, they've done it all facets of the game. As a result, they're up 35-0, and the second half will start under a running clock.
Line drive kick taken. I think that's Kevin Mannery around the 20. Has some running room. 40 up to the 45 and stretches out near the 47-yard line. So nice job by Kevin Mannery to bring the ball up near midfield.
Yeah, it's a nice run there. Mannery gets it right out, and a good return to start the drive here for the Toppers. Second half, they'll start out around midfield and probably see one more drive with the starters out there, Matt, before they bring everyone in for the rest of the night. And get ready, again, short week, Mayfield on Thursday next week.
Indeed, it's going to be a unusual ending to the home regular season next week. With that Thursday night game, but got to finish off these next 24 football minutes here. Of course, again, under that running clock. High snap, Allgood gets it down, gives it to Caleb Hewitt, who makes a nice move, and Caleb picks up close to 9 yards on that run coming near side.
Yeah, Caleb Hewitt with a 9-yard pickup, going to bring up second down and 1. Actually, they're going to move the chains, so a nice run, Caleb, to the outside, and the chains will move for the Toppers.
Good spot. Hey, speaking of good, actually, I should say great. The Hilltopper Marching Band, once again, doing a phenomenal job at halftime.
Yeah, they sounded great tonight, as always.
Allgood from under center puts Hewitt in motion, and he will give it to Caleb Hewitt. Left side, 40, 35, 30, and then goes out of bounds.
Nice run there by Caleb Hewitt to the outside, moves the chains. As they go to the left side this time.
Right side, left side. Wouldn't be surprised we see them go up the middle now.
They've had it going on in all directions tonight. Like we said, it's just been, this offense has been on another level tonight.
Well, you feel like a big sigh of relief from the fans here at Chardon after the last 2 weeks of football. And Gavin Robluski going to be wrapped up and brought down around the 23-yard line.
Nice one on first down there by Robluski, going inside the Platts block to pick up about 8.
So Robluski, that's his first carry tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. It's the first time that his number's been called, and it's a good positive gain.
Nice to see them mixing it up a little bit. Hilltoppers taking their time, and why not? Clock running. And as they're up 35-0 here in the second half. Handoff, Drew Platt plows ahead for the first down near the 15.
Nice run there by Drew Platts to move the chains, and we talked about it toward the end of the half there, getting his first varsity touchdown, and what a great night he's had down there on the field tonight.
So the Hilltopper offense with a first down and 10 now from the Rebels' 16-yard line. Beckett Dotson comes in as a halfback. Run will be right side, down to the 10. Still on his feet, and Gavin, before forward progress is called near the 6.
Yeah, nice run there by Warbluski.
And now flags are flying.
Flags fly late. We'll wait and see what the call is going to be.
It'll be a personal foul against the Hilltoppers.
Personal foul on Chardon. After the play.
So that should result in a first down with the Hilltoppers getting the ball at the 22.
So they'll back that up, and well, they must not have had
the first down
enough, no. So instead of,
wow.
3rd and 1, it's about 3rd and 16.
Beckett Dotson, left side, breaks one tackle, makes a cut, and will be wrapped up and dropped for little gain on that play.
Beckett Dotson trying to wrap around to the outside. Not much going there for him.
So Hilltoppers with a decision here on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the field goal unit, and why not? Sam Sosrich, 1 of 3 on the season, a long of 26. This will be a 39-yard attempt. Check that, 38-yard attempt. Kick is down, underway, and it is good! Sam Sosrich, the 38-yard field goal. And with 7:22 to go, it's now Chardon 38 and South nothing.
Well, tonight's special cablecast is funded by your cable subscriber franchise fees, and we'd like to again extend thanks to all the GTV funding communities, including those not funding tonight's contest, for their year-round support. They are Chardon Township, Middlefield Village, Munson Township, and partially funded by the City of Chardon. Thanks again for supporting GTV, and thanks to all our viewers for their support.
So back-to-back weeks now, Sam Sosrich has made field goals, a 26-yarder last week, and tonight a 38-yarder. Now 2 of 4 on the year for field goal attempts. And as we start to wind down, Ryan, I think it's a good sign. We're seeing that long-range kicking game starting to dial itself in.
Yeah, absolutely, and nice job there by Sasarich, and shows on a cool night he can get one through the uprights there.
Kick will be taken at the 7, up to the 10, 15, 20, and not much more. So the Rebels will head back out and try to get something going offensively with Luke Jensen at the helm. We saw one drive with the junior Liam Coyne, and ended in a pick 6. But it's been essentially all Luke Jensen at QB since then. Vilkalone wide out near side. 3 backs, they give it to the last man through, and that will be a loss on that run. Hilltoppers bottle them up, nowhere to go. And once again, another negative offensive play for the Rebels.
It's been the story of the night. The Rebels offensively can't get anything going, and the defense for the Toppers has won almost every play up front tonight, and Rebels have been going backwards more than they've been going forwards. Just been a tough night for them tonight.
Clock moving under 5:30 here in the third. 2nd down and 11, Rebels from the 23. Jensen from the gun. Has to scoop it up off the ground. Will hand it off. Run toward the left side of the line and picking up about 3 yards on that carry are the Rebels.
Nice run there. Sets up a 3rd down and 8, though. The problem is they didn't go forward on 1st down, so now they put up a nice run on 2nd down, but they're facing a 3rd and long, and they've been on 3rd and long all night tonight. Tough way to go, especially against this defense.
So now Jensen will be in the gun. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. A back in the backfield. Looking to throw. Puts up a lame duck. Caleb Hewitt went up for it, and him and Vilk collided. No flags, and it will be 4th down.
Yeah, not exactly a tight spiral on that one. As you said, it was a lame duck of a throw, and Caleb almost had his 2nd pick of the night there.
That one looked like it maybe just slipped out of Jensen's hand.
Well, you know, when we were walking down there, you could feel it on the railings. That dew is setting in, so things probably getting a little slick down there.
4th down and 8. Caleb Hewitt will be back around his 35 to receive this punt. It's a bad snap! And the Toppers, Beckett Dotson, tackles the punter on the 12.
So the Rebels have had a punt blocked. Now they have a bad snap that turns into a great field position for the Toppers. And meanwhile, with this running clock, we're already down to 3:47 in the 3rd quarter, Matt. These games under the running clock, they sure do happen quickly, don't they?
It zips by in a hurry. So out. Is that? It is the freshman A.C. Cole into the game at QB. Has a man in motion. A.C. Cole going to keep it himself. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. But hold it. There's a flag, and it's going against Chardon.
Yeah, this one's going to come back. So the Hilltoppers' 2nd unit is celebrating for the moment, but they're right now being pointed back out toward the field. So, oh no. But
the initial, wow. Sideline warning on that one. So that's South's 2nd sideline warning of the game. So the touchdown is good for A.C. Cole. I think that's his 1st as a Hilltopper on the varsity level. PAT is down. It is underway. And it is good. 2:22 to go on the Toppers, up now 45-0.
Well, nonprofit organizations from our funding communities can send us their announcements of interest at GTV. P.O. Box 336, Chardon. Fax us at 285-9897 or email us at geaugatv@windstream.net.
Got to give A.C. Cole some credit. Some nice moves there. And again, the offensive line doing a nice job opening up some holes. We've seen some flashes from A.C. in the limited time that he's come into these games late. But man, if he is indeed the eventual heir to the quarterback position, they are going to be in good hands in the future.
Yeah, that was a real nice touchdown run by him. Able to go right up the middle, and that Rebel defense just looks tired down there, Matt. They've been out on the field almost the whole game tonight. And nice job by Cole on the run to make it 45-0.
Now Saucerich with the ball teed up now. Clock moving to 11 and counting. Strong kick. Taken at the 5. Up to the 10, the 15, 20. A little bit of running room out near the 27. And that's where the Rebel offense will come back out on the field. first team offense is done, and so is the first team defense. So they leave this game with a 45-0 lead. And certainly an effort that, once again, home fans proud of tonight.
It was the big bounce back that the Toppers needed tonight. They had 2 really tough weeks. They get themselves back at home. They get all 3 facets of the game right. Made some changes during the week, and they come out and they're nice and successful, and they're going to snap this 2-game skid, and they're going to get back to it. And got Mayfield coming up next on Thursday night next week.
Trying to figure out who the... They'll hand the ball off, and Chardon's defense going to get another another stop on that loss. That time, into the game, Ryan Elliott handed the ball off.
Loss of 1 is going to bring up 2nd down and 11.
Elliott listed as a junior wide receiver, but right now in the game at QB.
Now quarterback for the Rebels, number 25, Ryan Elliott.
Elliott from the gun will hand the ball off, and the Toppers get another big stop.
Yeah, that was a huge stop as the Rebels tried to get Jaleel Dix, a freshman, the ball, and the Hilltoppers got in there for a big stop for a loss.
I think that was 24, Blake Masterson, who made that stop. And that will do it here as we end the third. 45-0 Chardon. We'll pause and step aside when we come back. The fourth quarter action of this one on GTV.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, the original Burr Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, the Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, Roniak Paving, Remax Traditions, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, the Chardon Athletic Boosters. Chardon Hilltopper Football is also brought to you by GTV.
Welcome back, everyone. GTV fourth quarter action about to begin. It is 45-0 Hilltoppers game under a running clock. South will once again hand the ball off, and the Chardon defensive line saying, nuh-uh.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's the first group or the second group out there tonight, and both teams are into their second units right now as this game heads to its end. But the Toppers defense doing a great job getting the stop, and so the Rebels will be punting.
Nathan Zambori standing around his 50. Now he's joined by Max Hannon. So Hannon and Zambori awaiting the punt. South's got to figure out who's kicking. They right now don't have a punter out on the field.
Well, they've had some trouble punting the football tonight, Matt, as we talked about the blocked punt and then the bad snap on a punt. So they're going to take a timeout and decide who's going to punt for them. Hey, there are cool new Topper Cups at the After Prom concession stand, courtesy of Component Repair Technologies. They want you to know they're also hiring, but yeah, there's some cool new Topper Cups you could get at the After Prom concession stand.
I like them.
Yeah. Nice little souvenir. Again, courtesy of Component Repair Technologies. So if you haven't gotten yours yet, get here on Thursday.
Last time in the regular season to potentially do that. And, you know, you start to look at the numbers, Ryan, and it's going to be very interesting how things play out as this season continues to progress. But right now, according to Fantastic 50, the Hilltoppers likely will be a 9 or 10 seed, depending on how things play out. Now, subject to change. High punt. Zambori going to watch it bounce, and it'll bounce straight up and then take a Rebel bounce across the 50 to about the 45. Chardon, though, likely a 22% chance to be a 9 seed, 18% chance to be a 10 seed, 15% chance to be an 8 seed. Now, what's interesting is they also have an 11% chance to be a 5 seed. Then you get down on all the single digits from there, but as you folks know, a lot just depends on who's winning and who's losing elsewhere.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line when it comes down to. So, after losing that game to Waterston, Kenston was the last real great shot to get a lot of points. And you look at the WRC schedule this year, you just don't feel like there's a whole lot of points to be had.
Handoff coming near side, one broken tackle. There's another on his feet across the 40-yard line with a big run with Sawyer Smith.
I mean, there's still a lot to be determined, and I will point out these are projections that have nothing to do with games on the field, and they could all look completely different after this week for all we know. But based off of what you see here, you kind of see what the thinking is. Probably not going to be a whole lot of more points left to gain on this schedule, so they're sitting at 9 right now, and they're probably going to finish somewhere around the 9 seed this year. They were the 7 seed last year, so it's not that far off from where they finished a year ago.
A.C. Cole going to hand the ball off right side. A little bit of running room on his feet. Breaking 4 tackles and heading toward the left side of the end zone. He's in the end zone. Touchdown Toppers! It's Cal Smith, the junior, with the touchdown run.
Yeah, what a run by Cal Smith. He goes to the outside, gets into some space. He's able to take off. Those Rebels defenders chasing him down, and Chardon just can't be stopped tonight. Second unit out there, doesn't matter. It is a scoring night tonight.
Well, and you see the elusive speed of Cal Smith on that run. Made a couple of nice moves and then outran the defenders to that left corner of the end zone. Out to attempt this PAT is Austin, I believe it's Sessi. It is up and it is good.
Yeah, so Austin Cease, member of that Chardon soccer team, much like Sam Sasarich. So you got 2 different field goal kickers who play on the soccer team here on the squad.
Toppers now up 52-0 in this one. And it's going to be a fun night here in the heart of Geauga County. As Chardon will prepare for a big matchup next week against Mayfield on, again, Thursday night. A little unusual to say Thursday night football, but we'll be here. Hope you are too. Of course, the Hilltoppers will close out the week, needless to say, close out the year with 2 road games. They'll go to North on the 18th and then Riverside the 25th. And then who knows after that? And that's when it gets really fun, the second season, if you will.
Might they have a home game? Might they be going on the road? We'll find that out.
Line drive kick taken at the 10. Some nice moves, but not much going. You know, one of the issues that the Hilltoppers had coming into this game was defending the kickoff. They've shored some things up this week. Have not had any issues with some big returns.
No, and that's been a good thing. I mean, there was a couple of real big returns in that Kenston game a week ago, but they've got things sorted out again. All facets, all phases of the ball here tonight. They've got some things sorted out, and This is looking like a much different football team than the one we saw in weeks 5 and 6.
Now, Toppers have come out tonight playing with a lot of energy, and they have been physically the better team in this one, just overwhelming South on the offensive and defensive lines.
From the beginning, the defense got a 3-and-out, the offense got on the field, and 2 Drayton Allgood runs was 62 yards and a touchdown, and Chardon never looked back.
Rebels will run the football, and again, this Chardon defense. And folks, I can't even really see who's the first or second guy there because there's about 4 or 5 red jerseys around that football right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're just swarming. I mean, this is what the Chardon defense always looks like when they're playing well, right? So many guys are swarming to the ball. It's kind of your choice if you're starting the game who you're going to give a tackle to because they're all there. They're all ball hawks. They're all trying to get in there. They want to be the one to get the stop. Swarm to the football. Already halfway through the 4th.
Elliott from the gun. 3 receivers right, 2 left, or 1 left. Will hand the ball off, and once again, a lot of red jerseys in that area. Looked like the first guy to get up, or the last guy to get off the pile was Jack Weaver. It'll be 3rd and about 13 or so for the Rebels.
Nice play there by Weaver, getting in there to get the stop.
Elliott from the gun, hands the ball off again, and again, team tackle on that effort.
Yeah, Hilltoppers just getting to every ball right now, and the Rebels just going backwards. It's been the way it's been all night, but nothing going for the Rebels. Hilltoppers hawking to that ball.
Nico Kavarius was the first man to get him. So with about 4:50 left to go. South punting the football. Will be taken near the 45 right side. And Zambori will return it to about the 38. Flag, though, on the play late.
So we'll wait and see what that call is going to be. But Chardon is in South territory again. This second unit might go out there and score another touchdown. Why not?
It is against Chardon. But it occurred after the kick. So that will move the Hilltoppers back.
And they will be in their own territory after that penalty to start this drive at their own 47.
So a 15-yard penalty will give the Toppers first down and 10, just shy of midfield with 4:30 to go here as that clock begins again. A.C. Cole under center. Moves a man to his left. Now a running back comes in motion. They hand it off. Big hit. Max Hannon.
Yeah, nice job there by Hannon on the stop. Short pickup will bring up 2nd and long here.
I believe I went to school with... His dad, I think, is Matt Hannon, who was a grade older than me at Wycliffe.
Now, how about that? Oh, we think.
I'm pretty sure it's his dad. He played on Wycliffe's football team when they made it to the regional finals back in '99. Lost the heartbreaker to Perkins that year.
Well, just a couple of years ago.
A few. Handoff and making a cut, but not getting much was Nick Meyer.
It's not like it was a different century or anything.
Rub it in. Rub it in.
I was in high school in this century.
So was I. Class of 01.
There you go.
Well, folks, Toppers with a 3rd down and 6 situation. Nico Kavorius lined up as the fullback. They'll go to the left of A.C. Cole. Sends a man in motion. They'll fake the handoff. It's Cole. Cole over the middle to the 45 and will be brought down near that 1st down marker.
That's a nice run there. And it is going to move the chains, so that'll keep things going here for the Toppers. And now with 2.5 minutes left, they're really coming up to the end here tonight.
In all likelihood, the Hilltoppers will need to run just one more offensive play. And that will likely check that couple more offensive plays, and that will likely do it.
Well, it's hard to know in these running clock situations because with the clock constantly going, you don't exactly know when that 40-second timer is starting.
Bit harder, too, though, when you're looking the other way than the scoreboard. But AC doing a nice job. Runs into his running back. A little bit of confusion there. Him and Ben Shamakian.
Still managed to get back to the line of scrimmage, so 2nd down and 10. You know, you run into your QB, but you avoid disaster. Actually, they're going to get a yard, so 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9, a minute 40 to go. And this will likely be the last play before they take a knee. Crazies getting crazy there in the end zone.
Oh, they're ready to take a knee right now.
No, they do take a knee right there, and they'll have to take one more.
Good win for the Toppers. I mean, they came out to just 2 really frustrating weeks, especially last week against Kenston. But they came out this week better in all assets of the game. They had wanted to turn things around and improve things this week. Change the blocking, change some of the other things they were doing, and they come out and put 52 on the board, which, unless I'm mistaken, is their highest point output of the season so far.
Cole will take a knee with 35 seconds left, and that will do it. Hilltoppers winner tonight, 52-0 over South. We'll pause, take a quick timeout, and come back and wrap this one up here on GTV.
The Chardon Hilltopper Gridiron Club, in association with GTV, proudly presents Chardon Hilltopper Varsity Football. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Chardon Gridiron Club, the original Burr Funeral Home and Cremation Service, Chardon Smile Center, Achilles Running Shop, Ashes Mayfield Window Cleaning Company, Best Funeral Homes, the Junction Auto Family, Precision Orthopedics Specialties, Roniak Paving, Remax Traditions, Dan McCaskey and Terry Combs, El Patron Mexican Grill and Cantina, the Chardon Athletic Boosters. Chardon Hilltopper Football is also brought to you by GTV.
Welcome back, everyone. Matt Jaworski, Ryan Radke with you here from Chardon Memorial as we get set to close this one out. It wasn't close. Chardon jumped on top on their first drive and pulled away. A big lead at halftime, running clock the entire second half, and 52-0 the final.
Yeah, it was a nice night tonight for the Hilltoppers. Every asset of the game from the outset, in every facet, they came away big. And you start out with the defensive side of the football where you get a 3 and out, you flip it over to the offense, all good scores on 2 plays. 2 runs, he ran 62 yards, a touchdown, and that was it. South was never in the game after that point. It was all Chardon all the way. And, a week ago, frustrating week, fewest points scored in a decade for a Hilltopper offense. Man, did they respond in a big way tonight.
Huge game for the Hilltoppers. They come out winners. They will now improve to 4-2 on the year. And they now have a showdown set up with Mayfield coming in here again Thursday night. So mark your calendars. We want to see you out here at Chardon Memorial on Thursday night when they host Mayfield. With the loss, South now falls to 2-5 on the year. I want to thank our camera crew, our executive producer Dave Jevnikar, and my partner Ryan Radke. I'm Matt Jaworski. On behalf of all the rest, we wish you all the best.